Office Judicial Administration, please hold. Office Judicial Administration.
Yes, I'm trying to figure out how to file a complaint, I guess, against a clerk, if there's a process for that. Who would be?
What county?
I live in LaPorte County, Indiana.
Report. So it's like a clerk. Need to contact as far as the county. They handle complaints. The only complaints we handle here is if it's a judge or attorney.
Right. So there's no state organization that would be responsible for a disciplinary process for a clerk of court. It would be delegated to a county official, or
It should be as far as like it should be like the judge as far as where the clerk is at. As far as where the county, you have to contact them as far as how, but they should have a process.
do you know how I would find that process? Is that process publicly available somewhere that I can just read up on it myself?
I'm not sure as far as with the county. Probably the LaPorte County website would be a place to start.
Well, I mean more like, okay, so if I wanted to file a complaint against a judge, I could just go on the indiana.gov website and it would outline like the Indiana Code of Judicial responsibilities and stuff like that. And then for an attorney, it would have like, the Code of Professional Responsibility, and there's a complaint process. Like I can literally go to like the self-help part of the website and just download a form to initiate an investigation against an attorney or a judge. And that's some sort of what I'm wondering out. Is there a branch of the state government that would be, is there some reason why there's a county jurisdiction of a state elected official? Because the clerk is a constitutionally elected position, the same as judges are.
So as far as with the judges and attorneys, as far as if you have some ethical complaints or was for a judge or attorney, there's two separate commissions within the Indiana Supreme Court that does investigations for those two specific types of complaints.
And that's what I'm wondering. Is there a third one for the clerks?
The first one, it's more of the county. Well, it says more of the county, because the judges and attorney complaint forms, they are online on the Indiana Supreme Court website, and
yeah, I'm aware.
Section of the commission.
So, do you know who the county official that would be responsible for this is?
I do not know, unfortunately. Just as far as how the county operates, especially there being 92 of them.
How do I find out where this process is located? So there's no state process, state commission, state office, state board. There's no state authority over this state constitution position.
Let me put on hold. I'll try to get you at least LaPorte County's number.
No, I don't want to speak with anybody from LaPorte County. That's who I'm trying to file a complaint against. Jesus Christ. Put the fucking sandwich down. Do your job, man. Fucking heavy breathing and shit.
I got a phone number when you're ready for it.
1 second. All right, go ahead.
It's 219 325 5564.
55 what?
64.
64?
Mm-hmm.
And who is this number for?
It's the circuit court line as far as for the county.
All right, so I would need to speak with the circuit court.
Yes, they'll be able to get you in the right direction.
Right. Now, is there a way to find out where you obtain this information?
They should be able to tell you as far as how they handle as far as like their complaints.
Right. I've spoken with quite a few of them. There's a reason I'm calling the state. Part of my complaint would be that they refuse to tell me how to file a complaint on them.
Okay, so part of that.
So that's what I'm trying to figure. So there's no process outlined like any other elected official on how to file a complaint against them. Is there a reason why the clerk of courts seems to be above reprieve or above? I mean, there's no disciplinary process. There's no investigatory process.
Let me see if I can get transferred.
Is she actually elected under the state constitution if there's no process, just like every other elected official?
Let me get transferred. Hold on.
Thank you for calling the office of Indiana Governor Eric Holcomb. Your call is important to us. Please remain on the line. Governor Eric Holcomb's office.
Hello. I was transferred to your office. I have I presume, a question that you would know the answer to since they transferred me to the governor's office. Good morning. My name is Chris. I live in LaPorte County. And essentially, I have come to the conclusion that the clerk of courts, being an elected position, much like a judge or many other public officials, has to have some sort of a disciplinary or investigatory process that could be initiated against them. And essentially, I don't believe that the jurisdiction for that lies in a judicial branch. I'm actually quite aware that it's an administrative position. And there doesn't seem to be any sort of a process that's publicly available, such as like on the Indiana website. If I wanted to file a complaint against a judge, I could just download a PDF of a copy and paste complaint form, the same with an attorney and many other public officials. But there doesn't seem to be a way to initiate a complaint against the clerk's office. So I've spoken with the Indiana Supreme Court, the Office of Judicial Administration, court services, just about every phone number I can find. Many have told me that, how do I file a complaint against the clerk of court is a very good question, but nobody seems to have the answer. And, well, about 45 seconds ago, I was transferred to the governor, and I presume that he is the individual who would be responsible for overseeing in a supervisory capacity the various clerks of courts throughout the counties in Indiana. So that's what I would like to do, is initiate a complaint against a clerk of court in Indiana. I'd like to know how to do that. Is there a process somewhere that outlines that?
1 second, please.
Thank you very much.
Office of the Attorney General. How can I direct your call, please?
Hello, good morning. My name is Chris. I live in LaPorte County, and I am trying to figure out how to initiate some sort of investigatory or disciplinary process against a clerk of court. And I've spoken to numerous individuals from the Indiana Office of Court Services, Judicial Administration, Supreme Court Clerk's Office, various county members here. My search has led me to, I was just transferred to the governor, and then they transferred me to you.
Yeah. Through the Supreme Court Disciplinary Commission, they take all court complaints to the state of Indiana, called the Indiana Commission on Judicial Qualifications.
Okay.
And their number is similar to ours, 317-232-2542.
All right. Now, my next question, I guess, would now that there is I suppose, a process for this, is there anywhere where that process is publicly available? I tend to, I'm not much for.
Well, all you gotta do is jump on their website.
Okay, so.
It's not our office. We don't take those complaints. Our attorneys stand before a judge, and if you just type in a Google search complaints against the courts, immediately the Indiana Supreme Court popped up right away. They have a website, and if you need to fill out a form, they probably have that available on that website as well.
So the clerk of courts would be under the jurisdiction of a judicial officer, I presume.
Correct. Indiana Commission on Judicial Qualifications.
All right. Now, is there a reason why this is such a difficult? Like, I've spoken with quite a few.
I just Google search complaints against the courts in Indiana. Boom, right on top. That was the first selection, and it's their job to do that. So any questions I would be, giving over to their office. But you should probably read up on what they do and how they go about their processes.
That's kind of what I was trying to track down, is what that process was. I don't mind doing the footwork. It's just I've spoken to quite a few individuals in the clerk's office in the county that I would like to submit my complaint against. Naturally, they haven't been enthusiastic about being very helpful. And
certainly give them a call if you need to ask any questions about the processes, but it's pretty much spelled right out on their website.
All right. Well, thank you very much. And if I'm correct, you would be Mr. Thomas Kirsch? No?
Bob Perry's my name.
I apologize.
Never heard of that person before.
All right.
Okay. If you'd like, I'd transfer you down to their office.
That'd be great. Yeah.
Hold on just a moment.
Thank you very much.
You have reached the Indiana Supreme Court Office of Judicial Administration. Our normal business hours are 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. If you would like to leave a message, please do so after the tone. Thank you for your call. Record your message at the tone. When you are finished, hang up or press pound for more options.
Yes, my name is Chris Throgmorton. I live in LaPorte County, Indiana. I can be reached at 219-380-8142. And I'm trying to find out a little bit about whatever disciplinary or investigatory process into a clerk of courts specifically exists, and where one could find some public information available on how to initiate this process. Are there any forms that are available for download, such as in the case as if I was filing a complaint against a judge or an attorney, similar to that PDF fill in the blank kind of things with the facts and identifying information and such. If someone could give me a call back in regards to maybe where to locate this, I don't require nor am I requesting any legal advice. I would like legal information that pertains to this matter, though. If one could simply show me where the process is publicly available on a state or county website, that would be more than enough. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.